Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I just finished reading the book What It Takes by Stephen H. Schwarzman. A man I had the privilege of seeing a few times over the years in Paris, London, and New York. He wrote a book summarizing his life and basically his many successes growing up in an entrepreneurial family that ran a store of furniture, his held by his grandfather, who immigrated from Poland. The store was successful enough to provide further family. However, when he asked his grandfather and his father why not more stores, they said they were happy with the lifestyle that provided for them, and they were content. He always thought they should expand and do more, and he brought that ambition to him later on in his life. Basically, he went to a Catholic high school where he had good teachers that really instilled in him self confidence, and he eventually got into Yale for his undergraduate degree. There, he met George Bush, became friends with him, and with the parents of George Bush, who were the also presidents. So basically, the network started very young. Um, he got his MBA from Harvard Business School, and he worked in investment banking at Lehman Brothers, where he became partner, I believe, at the age of 31. And a few years later, with the president of Lehman Brothers, he decided to build the Blackstone. Blackstone, today the largest alternative asset manager in the world. Basically, he put 200,000 and his partner 200,000. And Blackstone, the name comes from Schwartz, basically is black in Yiddish, and Stone, his partner, was Pete Peterson, and in Greek, I believe Peterson, as he says in the book, also comes from the word rock. Sorry, yeah, it's rock. So basically, black rock, black stone, if you will. And eventually, when I'm saying Black Rock, Black Rock was also an offshoot of Blackstone. Larry Fink that came in the mix a bit later. By the way, Schwartzman regrets not having given more leeway to Larry Fink. Otherwise, BlackRock, which is the largest traditional asset manager in the world, would have still been part of Blackstone, and it would have been a completely different beast, even though it's already massive. So basically, he was. I'm gonna link to this a post with written notes, but basically, one of his principles is that if you can do things big, well, it takes just as much energy to do things in a big fashion as it would a small fashion. So might as well go for the home run. And with that, he approached institutional investment funds to commit to his first investment endeavors. He already had a good network in New York, of course, and at the time he was able to convince large Japanese banks to join him in his early investments. I won't explain private equity right here, but basically he was one of the pioneers in the industry, and over the years he grew his business in different segments. A notable one is in real estate, where in 2007 he acquired equity office properties, one of the largest real estate transactions in history, from Sam Zell, another North American very successful billionaire. Over the years, his interest in policy, in business, and the arts all merged. So he has a very interesting life. So he was a passionate student, and he was already always excelled at what he did by putting a lot of efforts and by maintaining good relationships. and basically over the years he became increasingly involved in philanthropy, and most recently, you could have seen him either at the Met or at the White House and at very many other prestigious events. He endowed the Schwarzman Scholar Program at Tsinghua, probably the most prestigious university in China that has a few tech luminaries on the board. I'm proud to say I have a few friends who went through that program, and I briefly was on that campus myself, although not at the Schwarzman College. He gave the largest donation ever to Oxford University to create a center for AI, and he also created a student center at Yale and a whole new college for computing at MIT. And we're talking hundreds of millions of dollars for each of these endeavors. So someone that was extremely successful in private business, but also very successful in his philanthropic endeavors as well. And he basically, with that kind of success, of course, he in the book he writes how at some point Jay-Z and Beyonce recognized him and they came up to him, or how he got to advise five of the last active presidents. That spans maybe 30 plus years. He helped Obama on a few let's say bipartisan initiatives, and Trump on renegotiating NAFTA with Canada and Mexico, and also with trade talks in China. So he played a role in many administrations. He's very proud to have done so. I think it's a great book. It's someone that we can safely look up to in his successes. He's also, I would say, quite humble. At the end of it all, how he thanks really everyone who helped him in his life, whether it be his personal doctors, physical therapists, personal trainer, his high school teacher. So he's very grateful for everyone who helped him along the way. And he does say that he wished his parents were still here to see his success and to enjoy more of it. But he seems to, of course, have lived a very full life, and he's still going strong. So I do recommend the book, and let me know your thoughts. Cheers.